y'all. I said, it is, what is it? It's Wednesday, man. Isn't it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Let me look at my schedule. It doesn't matter, really, but, you know, yeah. So today we got the $1 Million Street. I got Kat already done left here. You know, I don't know if you guys knew this, but she's been, you know, working out here on and off for years, for probably over, well, probably about 10 years, really. I gotta wake up, man. I didn't sleep real good last night. There's a lot of anxiety, you know, getting everything going and everything for me. I don't know if everybody that's been in business a long time feels the same thing. When I got a lot of things going on and a lot of things the timing has got to hit just right, I get a little anxious, man, when I'm not in control of everything. You know, like I'm not in control of you know, guys coming to work or not or whatever. You know, I know there's been a few videos, people talking about the one guy that's selling his business or quitting the business or whatever. Never even heard of him until you guys mentioned him. And I saw a little clip of his video where he's, you know, talking about there's no money in mowing and all that. Well, you know, there might not be no money in mowing for some people. You know, if you're not efficient, you're not going to be making good money. But I'll tell you, for me, coming from nothing and not knowing anything and really not even knowing nothing about grass or mowing or equipment or nothing, ever since I started mowing, I never really had a problem with my bills or nothing. I mean, I don't know, but I'm a super efficient kind of guy. I'm thinking in terms of efficiency, every day, all day. And if you're not, to me, in this business, if you're not freaking like moving that way all the time and willing to evolve and change with the times and willing to you know, make hard decisions when you have to, and willing to, you know, do all the things that that you have to do to stay in business and to keep a profit. I couldn't imagine nobody doing a yard for $30 around me. I might be wrong, but I couldn't imagine that. At the end of the day, you know, if the guy says he can't make money in mowing, then, well, okay. That's less competition for me or for you or for whatever. But a lot of times, you know, don't let a guy like that discourage you guys that want to try it, right? Because everybody's built a little bit different, and you do have to be built a certain way to do this and be in my spot. Not that my spot's great or nothing, but, you know, you have to stay with it. You have to evolve. You have to spend your money on equipment. You have to, you know, make hard decisions on customers and which ones to keep and which ones to not keep and all that. You have to really and you have to be a gung-ho a little bit, especially from April to October. So like I tell you guys all the time, man, you know, it's like going underwater and coming up for air, and, you know, going underwater in April and coming up for air in October. So it's literally like that. Y'all don't know if y'all have noticed, and I haven't gotten a lot of video, but the last, what, 3 days, I've done something outside of the normal working stuff that we do as far as being able to stay efficient. So again, if you're not efficient out here, we just go on and sell your business, because guys like me gonna run you out of business. But I don't do any yards for $35 either, and I don't worry about, you know, like Chad was saying in his video, you know, you're gonna have those teenage kids trying to, you know, make summertime money. You're gonna have that, and my thinking is always, well, I can't control none of that. I don't worry about competition and all that, because why is that? Because I can't control it anyway. So if I can't control it, why worry about it? It's just, all I can do is worry about me and what I'm charging, and make sure that my bills are getting paid and that I'm super efficient. But other than that, I can only control what I'm going to do. I can't control what the teenager down the street's going to do or the big outfit up the road's going to do. I can't control none of that, but I can control what I do, and I can control the narrative in my world. So, you know, as far as, you know, the competition, I don't even worry about it at all. Not at all. Some people might. I don't. I'm not going to spend my time worrying about that. I never have worried about the competition because I've never really felt the pinch of a competition. Because I know, and I hate to sound cocky or whatever, I know that I got the best equipment money can buy. I got years and years of experience that money can't buy. And I know that if I can't cut it, can't nobody cut it. So I know that. That's why I buy the top equipment. I don't have to worry about nobody coming in there with better equipment than me and being able to do it cheaper. Because guys like me, Chad, and Irv, and a few of the other guys, where we got all this good equipment, we can set our own price pretty much. If not by that overall number of the yard, right? The overall number on each individual property. If we can't make money that way, then we can make money with our efficiency. So that's what you have to be thinking about all the time out here. And if you're not, go on and hang it up, man. Ain't nothing easy about it though. We might make it look easier than it really is, but there's a lot of times that it's been really hard out here. You know, before I started doing the YouTube, there's been times where it's really, really rough. And, you know, if you're not built a certain way, then, you know, you're not going to be able to be that guy, right? You're not going to be able to be in business for long, or if you are, it's going to be painstaking. And, you know, I might cry a lot about labor and everything because that's what I do, and it's all factual. But at the end of the day, I'm not really well, I wouldn't have it any other way, I don't guess. I wish I could have good help that would stay out here and we can make a lot of money together, and it'd be a we thing, not a me thing. But as it stands, it's a me thing. I don't have any dedicated, loyal employee that I can share this with. And if you know, that's got a driver's license, got experience, that can help me grow or help me be more efficient, so I can maybe do more skid work. You know, I don't have any of that. And you know, that's unfortunate, but I'm not going to compromise, you know, myself to have that. I'm going to do the best I can based on what I know at this moment. And I know at this moment I have Cat over here cutting on one of the 4-acre sites, and I'm waiting on the kid to get here now. Unknowns in my head, and so now I'm not able to put us in the best scenario to make the most money. We'll do good based on the average person, don't get me wrong, but I'm way above average out here. So I know that. I don't have to have anybody tell me that. I know what I bring to the table, and I know that given the right opportunity, the right labor, and everything, that I will exceed and excel at anything that I put my brain to. So I've never had a problem with that. My problem is I don't have guys to you know, that are in it with me, right, for any long term that I have history with or anything. So if you are watching a lot of YouTube lawn maintenance videos, you'll see a lot of this kind of thing. They might not broadcast it like he did, but all of a sudden you'll just see people they'll be on and popping, and then there won't be. And you'll wonder, well, damn, whatever happened to them? And they might still be in business, but they might not be doing YouTube anymore. You know, I apply the same energy and everything to the YouTube videos that I do, you know, the business. it's the same kind of energy where it's super consistent. And you know, I don't know how to be any different than that. I'm going to be consistent in my business, and that just, you know, goes without saying that if I'm consistent in that, then and consistent in my life, then I'm going to be consistent in the YouTube videos and anything that I really apply myself to. So yeah, there he is right there. Good deal, right on time. So Cam, he automatically is edging the driveway. See, I like that, man. I said, you can walk down the driveway with a weed eater or the edger. He said, I think I'll use the edger, man, because I think I can do better with the edger. And he needs to practice. It's a perfect, and we don't edge this one every time, but we are today. So yeah, I went up $20 on them too, right here. So let me go on and make the first pass down through here. You gotta temper expectations on the first cut. So what I usually do right here, and I don't know if it's right or wrong, this is how I do it. I usually make a pass down through here, and then I turn around down there at the other end, and I come up with this side of the deck right on the fence, and then I spray the fence. But I want to go on and get Kat up an area where she can just keep it moving. You got to keep these lawnmowers running. So. All right, y'all. So we got everything going over here. I mean, we are having Kat come over here earlier. You know, she got over here about 7:45, man. And she was, by the time we got here, she done cut, I mean, a lot more than what I anticipated her to cut. But I'm going to get the camera, this camera with me out here. I don't know how much footage I'll be able to get, but yeah. Yeah, gotta watch everything over here, man. Even though we call it the $1 Million Street, everybody knows it's a $1 Million Street. So yeah. And I went up on her over here too. She was okay with it. I'm surprised you ain't done it before. So they're over there picking up trash and stuff out of this one next door. And if they're picking up trash, that means it's really bad. So yeah.
Of that, bring it all the way out about where your feet are. We can't get none of that shit. All right, so yeah, he's doing good, man. I got a good team over here today for sure. So now I'm coming back and I'm gonna check everything, right? So we need to clean the edge up a little bit, blowing it or whatever. You definitely need to weed eat around this rock right here. See, you got to make sure that you get everywhere. You got to weed eat around that. Might not seem like a big deal in the grand scheme of life, but it's a big deal when they pull in every day. So we'll let them get over there, and I'm gonna do some stuff back here real quick. Y'all see I got the sprayer trained to go, so yeah. Yeah, y'all. to it, y'all. Let's see how Cam did on the striker. Pretty good. So we're about done. We're about $800 today. It's okay. It don't make no sense to go to do any more. Not right now. Maybe I'll eat something and then I might go back out. But man, I tell you what, it's dusty out there, man. If y'all see that Bermuda's coming on in strong. So, but Cam's doing good, man. He's picking up. I mean, even though he hasn't done some of these yards that we're doing today, he hasn't done any of them. But he's understanding the basic concept, you know, make the yard neat. You know, make the yard neat. I mean, dude, I got shit all over me, man. Hell no. Your boy's working out here, man. Let's get that consistent that way money. I said that way, forward. So this is one of the few that I do in the neighborhood, you know, that's small, and I don't like it. Man, so we got done. We did pretty good. We're making better time, but you know, we did have Cat come out and help for a minute, so I don't really have no great words of wisdom though. There you go, man. Right, man, got my sandwich and I'm headed home, man. I need to get brakes on this truck. I'm probably gonna end up, well, the popo, they hot up here today. Boy, they only got 2 people today. So a couple things I wanted to mention in today's video that I really, I saw some comments from yesterday on the not paying Trev the 200 and got 160. I never told him $200 if I'm gonna have 4 people out there. 4 people plus me, 5 people. He's coming at me talking about pay that man the money. If you told him, you give him. I never told him that, so I don't know where all that came from. I mean, I lay a lot of sod. I have, and I pay a certain amount of money out per pallet of sod. So, and however you want to split it up, 5 different ways. If you got 10 people laying 10 pounds of sod, of course they're going to get less money than if you got 1 person laying 10 pounds of sod. I mean, some of the stuff that the comments come at me are like common sense type stuff. It's apparent that you don't work out here in this game, but that's okay. But you know, don't attack the character talking about I beat him and all that crap. I ain't beat that man.
That man worked 5 hours and he made $160. And for him to even think that I would pay him $40 an hour is ridiculous. I know there's a lot of people that hate Ray, and that's okay. Ray's all right. It don't matter. But I ain't down with cheating nobody out of nothing. I'm not finna beat nobody out of $40. He didn't do the work of $200. Now, if he needed $40 more, yeah, I mean, you know, I'll give somebody $40. I ain't trying to beat nobody. Why would I? Why would I try to beat the guys that working with me? There was a certain amount of money that I put that I deemed, and yeah, I did. I deemed it. I deemed that I would pay out for the sod, you know, for laying the sod down. Do you think that Trevor and Katie could have done all 10 pallets in one day? And at the end of the day, it comes back to he don't really want to be out here, and he had to tell his mom and them something. That's what it is. He had to have a good excuse. Ray beat me out of my money, so yeah, that's my excuse for not working with him no more, mama. And what 27-year-old don't work? And they're not a drug addict. Trev's not a drug addict or nothing. Just don't want to work.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm
Get
trying to get
salad or
my salad.
wings?
Salad.
All right.
I love them. See you later.
Bye. Thank you, boo boo. These are beautiful.
How's your eyes?
They're so sensitive to light. I could barely drive to work today.
You think I'm gonna upset a guy over $40 and make him quit over $40? I'd take $40 and throw it out the damn window before I did that. I mean, you know. He got confused. That's what that is. I ain't confused. I have to pay out. I'm never confused about paying out. Not ever. I know exactly what the budget is for the payout. So, I mean, it seems like all these haters would freaking understand that I'm not going to be denied what I got coming. I'm not. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to always do the work. And no matter what, no matter if I got 5 guys out here or 1 guy out here, I'm going to manipulate the business in a way to where I can make top dollar either way. Of course, it's easier when I got guys that'll come to work and do like they're supposed to, but I'm not going to miss a meal either way. Because at the end of the day, what is it? The only thing that we can do as business owners is do the best we can do. And that's what I'm doing on the daily. So that's not just something that you heard me say. That's what I'm doing on the daily. The best I can do. And if that's all I can do, then okay. Well, we hit about $800 today. I'm good. You know, I mean, I would have made the same if Trev was out here. You know, yeah, I'm having to spend a little more time, but the young kid don't mind working. See, Trevor didn't like working. Trevor, you know, he didn't. You know, he told me that. I mean, you know, it's not like. But I'll tell you this, y'all. Your boy's out of shape, man. Oh my God, like right now, I am just wore out, man. I could go in here and actually not move the rest of the day. But I'll eat some lunch and I'll push through and maybe go do 2 more. That's how I roll. I want to be able to stay ahead of the game. And I'm going to be dropping some customers, I think, too. One of the ones that we did this morning, they done created a bunch of beds and stuff out in front of the house where now you got to weed eat for 20 minutes. And I'm not going to want to do that and be at that same number. So, you know, they're going to have to find somebody else, I think, because I'm going to tell them I'm going to go up $20 on them when I was only going to go up, well, I'm going to go up 30. I'm going to go up $30 on them. And, you know, they're not going to want to do that. And they might just drop me. And I'm pushing them to do that. You can't go up on customers and not be willing to let them go if they say no. Because once they know, this is a philosophy of the customer. Once they know that you want to go up on them and they're not paying you enough, and or you're telling them, hey, I'm not making enough, I need to go up, and then they tell you no. If you're not a real G out here, being able to manipulate the situation in your favor a little bit, then and build relationships over the years to make it where they don't just fire you, because that's what's going to end up happening. They're gonna be thinking, okay, we'll just use this number as an example. Okay, so Ray was charging us 100. Now Ray's wanting to charge us 130 or 120. He hasn't went up on us in 10 years. You know, but everything around him is costing him more money. Everything, from the trucks to the trailers to the fuel to the equipment. But we don't want to go. We don't want to go to 130. And so if we have Ray come out here this year and we don't go to 130, then even if Ray decides, you know, it creates, put it this way, it creates an idea in the customer's head that you're gonna drop them, and that may be true, but it makes the customer a little more proactive about finding someone else. And so you'll be on the hook, and then all of a sudden you'll pull up over there and somebody else has been undone it because they had somebody else do it for whatever you're doing it for now. But see, when you're cutting big yards like 5 acres, there ain't a whole lot of people that can do those properties and make money at it and be as consistent as I am. So I know that, because your mom and pop guys that are going to be cheaper, they're not going to want to do it because they can't make, they don't have enough equipment, they don't have enough manpower. You need 2 or 3 big boy lawnmowers over there. You got to dedicate a lot. Hell, it takes $30 in fuel over there. It does. So I've been cutting that lawn over there so long, they don't know what, they have no idea what it would cost for somebody else to do it. Now, if somebody else comes in there and they do it willy-nilly, maybe don't do it every 2 weeks, every 3 or 4 weeks, then the owners can justify paying them more money. But see, I demand that we do it every 2 weeks, or I'm not going to do it. And most guys in my spot, they're going to be the same way, because there ain't a lot of money over there when you factor in everything it costs to do those properties. So, and yeah, I said it. If you got a stand-on mower, a 52-inch or 60-inch or whatever, you're not going to be able to make money over there. Not with just one mower. But if I pull up on your properties that you're doing with that stand-on, for the most part, I can do those properties and make money at it too. That's the difference in having, top-of-the-line equipment. I can do it all. My preference is to do the bigger cuts, but I can jump on that $60 mom and pop yard just as quick as somebody with a 48-inch stand-on or a 48-inch mower. So 60-inch mower to me is by far the best pound for pound mower that there is for what I do. I'm not interested in going up in these little gates and stuff. Matter of fact, I will tell them, no, I can't take on no more push jobs. But anyway, I got to get in here, y'all. I kick it.